YouTube, what's going on? Black Phoenix here, bringing you, the YouTube viewer, another YouTube video. And in this video, we're going to be breaking down the Houston Texans playbook. Some of the most, one of the most underrated books in the game of Madden 15. It's basically like a hybrid book, as I like to call it. So similar to the Giants, where they have their regular stuff with some of the Green Bay Packers stuff in their book, the Houston Texans basically combines two playbooks of their own. They basically combine some of the Ravens book with the Patriots book. So overall, this is a really solid book. I've been using this for maybe the past couple of weeks in Madden Ultimate Team, and I found to have some really good success using the book, mainly because some of their unique plays a lot of people don't know how to stop. And because nobody really runs this book, nobody really knows how to stop the unique plays or some of the formations that the Texans do have in there, or don't know how to stop some of the unique formations that they copy from the Patriots book into there. So overall, this book isn't too bad. I'd probably say it's maybe like top 6, top 7 underrated. But with, like I said, with labbing, you can actually make this a really good book, and I've had success with it. So let's get started here. So personnel-wise, I honestly believe, since this is more of a quarterback-friendly playbook, you can rock this with either or here. Personally, I prefer the dual-threat quarterbacks, so the Andrew Lucks, the Russell Wilsons, the Aaron Rodgers type of quarterbacks. With the running back position, you may want to have a balance to power back that can actually catch out of the backfield. So Arian Foster comes to mind, Matt Forte, maybe Marshawn Lynch, if he gets his hands on the ball, can catch the ball a little bit. Just some examples that you can use here. Receivers and tight ends. You basically want, the name of the game here is possession receivers. You can have some speed receivers, but in this particular book, I think possession is where you want to go. Same thing with the tight ends. You actually want maybe like a dual threat, like a Rob Gronkowski that can block and catch the rock a little bit out of the tight end spot. So let's get started with the breakdown itself. So basically, once again, this combines the New England Patriots with the Ravens book. And for those that don't know the New England Patriots book, it's basically centered around the short pass game with a lot of power running involved in it as well. And the Ravens book, which I haven't broken down yet, which will be in the next video, depends on a lot of short to medium range throws and a great ground game, as well as, you know, some zone running here and there. So with that two combined, this makes a very interesting playbook. So let's get started. I'm going to show you why. Single back jumbo Z, the plays, I'm going to just recommend the plays that I run out of this out of these formations, and maybe that'll help you a little bit. So for me, I run the PA Texans cross in the halfback zone, or the heavy zone weak. The smash play is pretty good. I think that's your audible out of the jumbo Z. Texan seam is pretty good. Flanker dig, maybe not so much with the 3 tight ends there. The deuce swing, similar to what the Patriots have. Motion halfback dives, I think, is going to be your audible. No, it's not. It's going to be your main run that you want to run here. You want to run straight up the middle. Power O is actually pretty good, nice here. I like the counter. The smash is going to be your audible, I believe. PA dig is not too bad as well. It can get you some solid yards. The FL drag clear out and off tackle are actually not too bad as well. Probably wouldn't recommend that PA deep end. It's not really necessarily a great play. Now you have single back ace twins. I like the Tyson wide drag and dive. Unfortunately, the dive is not your audible here for whatever reason. I think it's an inside zone or some kind of zone run or zone weak. That's what it is. So just keep that in mind when you're coming through or when you're running these playbooks. Just to keep track of your audibles here. PA Texan wheel, PA Texan curl, not too bad. I love the Texan posters. This is why I say you want to have a balanced receiving back. So with these looking like single back empty sets, or I like to call them single back empty twins. Your running back's going to be coming out of the backfield, basically just running a route, and that can fool the defenders or free up your other receivers and tight ends here to get you some yards. The plays I recommend: Texas ends, maybe the tight end option, and Texan post are probably the ones I would recommend the most. Stretch play is okay. You just need good blocking on this one. Slot under, Texans double post, flood, and the X spot are also decent plays out here. You do have bunch bases in this one, so the halfback slash, PA end around, which everybody likes to run this year. Seattle, Z-Spot, and the FL drive are pretty solid plays. I think the FL drive is your audible too, so that makes it even more better. Then is the option for you as well. Tight doubles, one of my favorite formations now to use with the Texas book. I like the Texan under and the cross. Halfback cutback is kind of iffy because if you, for whatever reason, if you're receiver, you can sub in a tight end here where Demarius Johnson is, or you can just leave him in the game. But it seems to me like if the receiver or that pulling guard misses his block, the play is pretty much done. Like it doesn't even get you any yards. It's pretty much blown up in the backfield for negative yards. So that play is kind of iffy. If anything, if you want consistency, run the halfback dive and maybe run it to the left or run it to the right, depending on how the defense, what look the defense gives you here. Slot corner, another one that I kind of recommend, and maybe the wide receiver corner for some short yards here. And see, in the double set, PA slot cross is another good one. Halfback zone weak is probably one of the better runs besides the 0-1 trap. I like this one against 3-3-5 or 3-4 even if your opponent likes to run a lot of that. That run is pretty good. Stretch plays actually solid too. Like I said, just need good blocking, and the Z close plays are actually decent. 0-1 trap is actually pretty good as well, as mentioned earlier. The Y-trip Z-trips or Y-trips Texan, PA slot cross. Once again, halfback weak dive, good against those kind of zones at 3-4 even, 3-3-5. Texan Y-trail, good, what's it called? A good red zone play. Pretty good, pretty solid. 4 verts, drive drags, and I believe I missed a wide receiver post and smash are pretty good as well. Now, they do have 2 I-form formations. They do have pro, and they do have tight pair. So at the pro formation, Texans outs, inside zone, PA end around once again, stretch. PA boots, PA scissors, misdirection, and the Z close plays are actually pretty good. The weak zone sift and Texan zone are really good plays. I like those a lot. And the Z spot plays. The tight pair, strong stretch is a good one to bump to the outside. Fullback dive, fullback fake, as long as you don't get warp tackle. Zone weak, I really do like that one. And same thing with the motion zone weak and the motion power O. Those are actually pretty good runs, surprisingly. Now, Texans don't have strong close, but they do have strong pro, which actually is pretty darn decent in this game. You have the Y option, you have the Z close F flat here, or the trail, the counter is actually not a bad run either. Yeah, the off tackle can get you some good yards here and there with good blocking. And the power O and the play action power O are actually good plays out of this one as well. You have the weak twins, you have the halfback the weak Texans halfback league, I can't talk. PA Texans, and it's actually a really good play that nobody runs because nobody really runs weak twins a lot. The Reed fullback flag, good one. Halfback option is also a decent one to run. Blast is good. The boot slide is pretty good as well. So make sure to try to incorporate that in some mix-up plays where you're going down the field. And maybe even think about the X-dig or even a slip screen if you so choose. Now you do have the gun split Texan. Similar to split flex for a lot of formations, so if you run split flex, these plays will look a lot familiar for you. Texans deep in, slot seam, mash, flat combo, slot post, wide receiver corners, even a slip screen if you so choose to run that. In the slants middle are some decent plays out of that one. I like their ace pair flex. I think that's one of their unique formations. And I may be wrong. Maybe the Eagles have this in their 20 gun formations as well, but for the Texans book, the main things I like to do is the quick base. Shout out to Xbox for that one. The main thing I like to do is to run the quick base, smash stick, PA slide, tight end Z's or tight end spot is not too bad if you want to just get short yards out of that one. Dagger and X curl aren't too bad as well either. I don't necessarily like the screen out of this one just because the tight ends are going away from the blockers instead of going towards where the screen is. But you can always hot rod those. But if you're just running that stock, it's not really a good screen. You do have tight doubles on. So one of my other favorite formations, quick base, which is kind of rare to see in the tight doubles on. PA wide receiver cross, Z spot, tight curl, cross wheels. So I think similar to what the Dolphins have in their book. Doubles, Texans dig, halfback off tackle, dagger, PA. The wide shallow cross is a good one. Halfback option, slip screen, inside zone, and 0-1 trap that I wish the Ravens had in their doubles, but they don't. The Y trip's weak. Texans under, PA Texans Y out. Halfback off tackle is your audible here. Texans deep in is pretty decent. Slot drive is good. Mash, curls, sluggo seam, four verts, Z spot, and I believe buck sweep is actually pretty decent. It's not OP like Madden 25 buck sweep, but it still can get you some pretty good yards if you get the blocking correct on that one. You do have trips tight end, another good formation. Flood, counter, X spot is actually really good out of this formation, surprisingly. Inside zone, curl flat, tight end screen, and the flex plays that you see on your screen right there. Plays that I recommend. The bunch, similar to what the Ravens have in their book. The Texans have pretty much another probably one of the better gun bunch formations in their book or in the game. Hook, curl, and wide trail, or in Texas trail, not wide trail. Clear out, PA post, mesh post, corner strike, Z spot dig, verts, flanker drive, and inside cross are all good plays out of this one. Snug flip, Texan switch, mesh, bench switch, and the regular bench itself. May not recommend that sweep too much. I don't think it can get you some good yards. It just never seems to work out for me when I did call it or practice with it. Gun normal, wide slide, curl flats, quick base, PA tight end wheel, good plays similar to what the Patriots have in their book. Z shallow cross, X follow, PA comebacks. Slip screen is actually decent out of this one. Deep attack, under Y option, and I believe quick slants, or where you want to go here. Gun tray open. The quick base is pretty much your best run out of here. Curls, slot drive, screen, slot dig, wide short cross, trail shake, PA wide receiver in for those that love to run that play. Smash can be decent too if you maybe if their defense is completely backed off. That's another decent play for you to run, but if not, then probably recommend not running that play too much. For the 5 wide lovers, you have 2 formations. You have empty base, empty tray. Or empty Y flex, not empty tray, excuse me. Verticals, inside cross, smash, and dig curl, read it, inside wheels are where you want to go here. Out of Y flex, you probably want to look towards the short post, stick, Texans corners, wide receiver hook, sluggo, and drive post, as well as deep dig and wide shake. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is your Houston Texans playbook. Once again, a combination of Ravens and Patriots book in here. I highly recommend this book. Maybe hope if they stay the same, if this book remains completely the same, which I doubt. But if it does, then this playbook is going to be really, really good. Probably is still one of the top books in the game of Madden 16. But in terms of Madden 15, it's a really good book to utilize and confuse your opponents with. So on that note, guys, I will see you guys in the next video for the final playbook breakdown in the series, the Baltimore Ravens playbook. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, make sure to give it a like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll see you guys in the final video. 5 G's, y'all. Peace.